Ladies and gentlemen, the Underground King returns to his kingdom after 5 long months away.
Forever blessed, the amazing Red
has influenced a generation of men and women that have trained under him or watched him.
coming to us from weighing 150 pounds, he is the founder and head trainer of Outward Glory Wrestling, the Underground King, the Amazing Red.
And you talk about Amazing Red being the founder, the head trainer of the HOG Wrestling Academy. And you mentioned there's a new school in Orlando. We have New York and Orlando. Being the head trainer of the HOG Academy, he's not like some of these superstars who do a 2-3 week camp and say that they're the trainer of the school. No, Amazing Red is in the ring week in and week out with his students. Every HOG wrestling graduate has spent countless hours in the ring with him.
And there's one graduate in particular that has spat, quite literally, in this man's face, and he's about to make his way out to the ring.
Particularly infamous, Daron Richardson, been carving a path for himself in professional wrestling, a cruiserweight championship that has yet to be stopped.
And tonight, this right here, what we're about to witness, it is the classic case of the sensei versus the student. This right here, it is a multi-generational battle that has been building for months.
Daron Richardson getting ready to pave over Red's path in black.
Yes, indeed. The Amazing Black, as he's preferred to be known.
I can't believe that I'm even sitting here listening to you say that. It is just so disrespectful.
Unbelievable, the bravado, the brashness, the arrogance of our cruiserweight champion.
You can be that way if you're the new Underground King, the infamous Amazing Black Daron Richardson, who wants to prove that he is worthy of all of those titles here tonight.
Yeah, you want to see disrespectful, that graphic right there. Red not taking kindly to that.
Amazing Red has held that 6-weight cruiserweight championship before, as well as, of course, the HOG World Championship and tag team titles, and the countless championships that Red has won in TNA Wrestling, in Ring of Honor,
all across the country, all across the globe. The name of Amazing Red is known. Richardson, as you had said, Doc, wants to pave over all of that in black. And if Richardson can knock off his trainer, a bona fide legend, a pioneer in the Amazing Red,
then it's over. Then House of Glory, then the school should belong to Daron Richardson if he's capable of defeating Amazing Red.
Yes, stop. Now you're being ridiculous.
that is truly the darkest timeline, the House of Infamous. We hope we never see it.
Has a nice ring to it.
But if Richardson gets his way, gets the Duke, especially cleanly.
Gentlemen, I will tell you, I was standing right here 1 year ago at this very event and witnessed what probably was the greatest match that I've ever had the privilege of calling. It was the Amazing Red against Mike Santana.
Quiet.
But the champion has
The
something to
infamous
say.
one is speaking.
Yes.
His name is the Puerto Rican.
think this crowd disagrees.
This game ain't about Dominican Republic.
Oh, Daron Richardson, of course, representing Dominican
This
Republic.
game is about two things. Me and kicking your ass, mama, huevo, boom.
But more importantly, Richardson representing himself tonight.
Yes, indeed. As we can see, a sign in front of us. Happy birthday, Daron.
It is indeed the champion's birthday today, and what a great birthday gift it would be for him to put Amazing Red in the dirt tonight. And that's what it's all about right there. A title that Red is very familiar with. Red is very familiar with gold of all kinds here in House of Glory. Former HOG World Champion, Tag Team Champion, and Cruiserweight Champion. Daron Richardson won that Cruiserweight title, got his first taste of gold back in December, ending Gringo Loco's reign as champion. Since then, racked up, I was gonna say, since then he's racked up wins over Mighty Monte and LPW champion Jody Ora. He's been champion now 169 days.
Oh, wait a minute.
Will he make it to 170?
That's some familiar attire. Red not taking kindly.
No, playing mind games.
And Richardson, of course, won the Cruiserweight Championship using his finishing maneuver, the Code Black.
Of course. Variants.
In Red say, what are you doing here?
Red has no time for this, and wait a minute. Red now.
You know, I was talking to Red before the show, and he was telling me that of all of his students, Daron Richardson is the one that he's most ashamed of right now.
Now, Richardson amounts to the cap.
Richardson calls himself the best student Red ever had, dead or alive.
Amazing Red should be proud that he has a student in Daron Richardson who can transcend and usurp him.
This is not the way that he trained this man. This is not how he taught him. This young man, he went off the rails somewhere along the way. Tonight, Red is going to set him straight. And if he can, then he's going to walk out of here the Cruiserweight champion.
Using those ropes, test the patience of the world travel Amazing Red. Looks behind into the waistlock, immediate with the standing switch. Red rolls on back to the center, drops down. Up and over, drops down once again. The Tigre out of the chain. Slow it down, brush it off.
Right, Richardson doesn't want to wrestle Red's match.
But maybe, just maybe, he should turn around. Right into the arm drag, in fact. Make it a pair. Cinches in that arm bar. And now, Pink brushing. Spank it!
Oh, that's what he needs. He needs a good spanking is what he needs.
Spare the rod, spoil the champ.
You have to think the longer this match goes, the more it favors the younger Daron Richardson.
Well, you know, I was wondering if there might be a little bit of rust. We haven't seen Red in the ring for 5 months, but if there's any, we're not seeing it so far.
Well, as well-conditioned as Amazing Red always is, there's got to be a limit when you start to reach the age that Amazing Red is at.
Doc, you made a valuable point earlier about how often Red is in the ring every single week. The mileage piles up, whether it be on work days or show days. So the longer this bout goes on, those miles may start to take an additional toll.
Richardson wants a test of strength.
Red, I don't know about this. Red knows every way out of a test of strength situation.
Oh. Again with the, oh!
Hey, that's illegal. Hey, referee Nick Shin should disqualify Amazing Red right now.
What's good for one is good for the other.
Referee's discretion, as they say. Done been tapped. Again, the birthday punches, if you will. Reversal of the Irish whip from Richardson. But Red, my word, get a radar gun on him.
Look at the speed.
Oh, baby.
Keep your eyes on Red.
Unparalleled velocity.
We have seen that before. We have seen collateral damage.
Masterclass gas, masterclass brakes. And now Red lands on the apron, but Richardson pulls Red to the floor. Steps off into the kick. Brained him.
If he doesn't get you one way, Red will get you eventually.
Answers upon answers for all the questions that Richardson has thus far.
And Richardson better watch it out there among these imbeciles. They've attacked Richardson in the past.
Well, he's trying to climb. He's trying to get away by climbing into the crowd. That's like crawling into the lion's den. I don't know how smart that is.
Yeah, that speaks volumes that he feels safer out there than he does with Amazing Red.
Oh, this is a bad place for Daron Richardson to be. Look at this.
Again, the referee should stop this. That's ridiculous and illegal. That fan should be thrown out of here.
Nick Shin is on a front row seat to the various tactics of Daron Richardson throughout this Cruiserweight Championship reign.
Nick Shin showing Amazing Red a lot more respect than Daron Richardson has been showing him, I can tell you that.
David Adams was almost a casualty there. Red is out of control.
Uncorking with those knife edge chops. It's open season on the chest.
This is months and months of frustration built up is what you're seeing here.
Yes, indeed.
Into the barricade.
Approaching a year's worth of heated grudge fuel that's boiled up to this point.
Well, you know, as the trainer, as the veteran, Red should be the bigger man.
Spare the rod, spoil the champ.
And again, Richardson was trying to crawl under the guardrail, and Red foiled that.
Nick Shin asking ever so politely to get this contest back into the ring.
Richardson able to blind Red temporarily there.
One more time around.
Nick Shin showing
The
a lot of
sound
latitude.
of Amazing Red's knife edge chops, the only thing I can compare it to is when I saw Kenta Kobashi live
Oh my God.
chop Samoa Joe like that.
He just divided the guardrails, and Daron Richardson was sprawled out on the floor, and now draped in the Puerto Rican flag.
Oh, he insulted Puerto Rican weekend.
How do you do? Daron Richardson, the infamous one. He's getting an infamous beating here tonight. And Nick Shin, you know, normally this is no count out, no disqualification, so he is showing a lot of latitude here.
Indeed, that referee's discretion in its finest form here at the HOG.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Richardson reverses Red into that guardrail.
Steps into the kick right upside the head of
Oh,
Amazing
come
Red.
on
Come
now.
on now. But now, back into the ring. Finally we go. Thus the sustained ground assault may begin from the chair.
Daron Richardson showing that no matter how talented he may be in the ring, he's still very immature.
The six-way Cruiserweight champion, the new underground king, infamous Amazing Black, Daron Richardson is in control of this championship contest, putting the boots to Amazing Red.
You bring up a valuable point, Jason. He has a chance tonight to show the world just how much he's grown up on his own. But thus far,
This isn't the way to do it, though.
no,
Daron
sir.
Richardson cannot waste time
Because look
with
at that.
Amazing Red.
The proverbial phoenix rising from those ashes. Richardson now.
And a pissed off Phoenix at that.
Richardson trying to get back into the driver's seat. The scoop, the slam, the double stomp. No, sir. Amazing Red not going down like that, not going down. His student is going to have to pull out all the stops every round in the armory. Well, who knows a way out better than Red at that? The 360 kick. Now Red coming in hot. Shotgun.
Nice drop kick there. I mean, look, Red taught this kid everything he knows, but he did not teach him everything he knows. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, I promise you.
You know, who knows how many volumes of encyclopedia you could fill with the knowledge, the tutelage of Amazing Red.
Oh, yes.
Devious machinations in the mind of Amazing Red. And
Oh
incomparable! Incomparable! Amazing Red tope suicida all the way over the guardrail into the HOG.
Wiped out the entire front row, maybe the first two rows. And
Oh.
both men.
I'm amazed that Daron Richardson's head is still on his shoulders after the velocity of that.
Another look at this. One of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen. Wow.
The 187 flavor.
You talk about throwing your own butt.
What he got there?
I don't know. But
Hot dog? Some disgusting.
they're in the crowd, though.
Spilling out.
They are in the middle of the HOG faithful, and that is bad news for Daron Richardson. They're right directly in front of us here. Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on now.
What was that? I heard a bell.
I do believe Nick Shin,
Nick Shin is talking to David Adams.
this may have been a no contest. Might have been enough for Nick Shin.
He must have disqualified
I don't know.
Amazing Red for stuffing that disgusting hot
they're
dog
brawling our way
in
here.
Richardson's mouth.
They're not worried about the legal confines of a pro wrestling contest.
They are right in front of us here in the crowd. I don't think they heard the bell. They don't give a damn.
Red continuing to lay down the leather regardless of that referee's decision.
Nick Shin has made his way over here. He's trying to get control of the situation here. I still haven't heard any announcement.
This is completely out of control. Amazing Red is completely out of control.
I've heard nothing from David Adams. I'm still waiting to find out what the decision is here.
The Amazing Red.
Red is calling for the microphone.
David Adams obliging.
I think this match is over.
I don't think everybody here came to see this end on a counter. Hell no! Hey, last year.
Oh my God.
Yo, last year I was here against Santana and we let this go. No DQ. How about we run that back today, right now? Yo, Solomon, I'm one of the bookers still. What do you say? What do you say, Solomon? Yeah, here we go. Yo, bring that belt, no DQ.
The war rolls on. Jason Solomon.
We're not going to see it in that way.
Saved by the Solomonster.
Well, Daron Richardson.
It is now a no disqualification.
Oh my God, Red is climbing.
Richardson didn't agree to this.
Red is scaling.
It's unfair. Red, ridiculous.
Amazing Red.
He's like Spider-Man.
On that
Oh, wait a minute though.
But Diamond
That's
Virago
Diamond Virago, the former LPW Women's
in
Champion.
the way will not allow Amazing Red to dive onto Daron Richardson.
And if you remember, she played a role in Richardson winning the championship.
Oh! Richardson shoved Diamond out of the way and attacked Amazing Red.
Rocket out of a cannon with that kick.
And now it's Richardson who's scaling up to our commentary.
I'll be right there. That's what the fuck I'm saying.
Oh, that very classy.
That's indeed expletive deleted.
Oh my
Take
God,
a flight.
double axe handle there. We apologize, by the way, for that.
Down in the Amazing Red.
This is now no disqualification, which means no count out, but the only way to win is going to be inside that ring, and they are making their way now to the other side of the venue.
The language that Richardson used on this headset is not endorsed by the man who is currently speaking into it.
No, sir.
Well, I'm trying to keep track of our monitor here to see if we could.
But literally all around the arena, we're getting the full tour.
We're trying to follow along just like all of you.
Monster, you had no right to make this no DQ. Whatever happens here is on your hands. Richardson did not agree to this.
Well, I'll take responsibility for that, but nobody paid their money to come to this show tonight to see that end on a count out.
I concur. And no argument.
All right, we've tracked them down now, Red.
This conflict.
They're making their way over to the bar. I feel like I'm going to need a drink after this show.
No doubt about it. But it's going to be open
They're
bar.
in the bar. Red just threw Daron Richardson, I believe, over and in. And look at Red. He is running around now. They are in the bar. They're behind the bar.
Many a hazardous implement.
There he is.
Red is looking for a drink.
I think he is. Maybe a whiskey sour. I don't know.
Oh, there we are.
Some ice cold H2O.
On in here.
Richardson. There you go.
The clear miss.
There you go. Some revenge there.
Someone give Amazing Red some coquito and calm him down here.
That's exactly what we've seen Daron Richardson do to Red before. Spit that water right in his face. Man, Richardson looks like he's had one too many.
How fair does turnabout feel now?
And
you're the cruiserweight champ.
Red is carrying him like dead weight. The champion is out.
Yeah, like a bouncer with a guy that's had a bit too much.
And Red is carrying him back to the ring. That's the only place where he can win that championship, and he knows that.
Walking him around the HOG arena.
This is what we came here tonight to see.
On those guardrails is the infamous Daron Richardson, the HOG Cruiserweight champ, your challenger, the legendary Pioneer Amazing Red.
Get ready.
Looking to bring it home for Puerto Rico, to bring it home for NYC.
Diamond pleading for the champion right now, saying you've gone too far.
This is a bad weekend for Diamond Virago. Lost the LPW Women's Championship to Amira Sahar just last night, and now is seeing her boyfriend Daron Richardson dismantled by Amazing Red.
And seeing the championship that he holds slipping away.
My word, what a disastrous weekend it potentially could be. And thus far, Amazing Red cruising, sends Infamous back into the ring.
He better focus on Daron and pay less attention to Diamond on the out. She's in tears right now. She's hysterical.
New environmental variable for the Amazing Red to contend with.
Richardson could lose more than the championship here tonight. Amazing Red looks like he wants to end young Daron's career, but just like that, Black Star Press!
Oh, but Red not having it. The insult to the injury.
And Daron can't believe it. I mean, that was out of desperation.
Now Red in the corner. Richardson in hot pursuit. Ascending, gonna rain down.
What a freaking match this has been so far.
One after another.
Richardson raining down blows on his sensei, his master, if you will, the man who trained him, the reason, frankly, why he's even in the ring right now is the Amazing Red.
How sour it's gotten between the two. Head first into the top turnbuckle goes Daron Richardson. Amazing Red now climbing up. Here comes those birthday punches. In bunches.
He ain't gonna be able to blow out the candles tonight. This crowd is raucous here at the NYC Arena.
And now Richardson being elevated.
A compromising position here for Daron Richardson.
And now, trying to rally out the rights to the midsection. Red staggers. Blockbuster!
More of a flying headbutt there from Daron Richardson.
Whatever it was effective. And down goes the Amazing Red. I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
I think Richardson might have rocked himself with that headbutt a little bit too.
Slow to rise is both champion and challenger. But the people here on Puerto Rican weekend are feeling it.
Almost like a palm thrust right to the face. Diamond outside, trying to call some shots, call some plays.
And Richardson mocking Amazing Red's famous hand gesture.
I don't know how smart that is.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Climbing up, facing out.
Richardson capable of unmatched athleticism. Oh!
We might have been pondering Infra Black. Amazing Red having none of it. Now to the apron. Now to the high rent district, and the rent's never been higher. Hooking up his calling card.
Red wants an avalanche code red, but Richardson held on.
Trying to stay affixed, but now rolls on through. Double stomp, stops cold.
Wow.
No fugazi. Got all of that crispy right hand.
Had him fooled on that. But again, playing to the crowd, he's got to focus on Red. I don't know what he's doing.
And this may be the moment.
Wasting precious time.
Letting it slip away in the ninth inning, so to speak. Richardson now.
I'm a Mets fan. I know how that feels.
Richardson's one flaw, his penchant for distraction.
Superman punch.
Steps into that right.
And Red just relentlessly tearing into Daron Richardson.
So the Irish whip now, Red rolls on through the clothesline, follows through!
Tornado kick!
That's how it's done, champ. Coming in, soars in, big right. Creased him.
He got all of it on that one. That connected flush.
Now Red
Taken to the skies.
does some finest work here.
Right to the back of the head.
Right to the cerebellum.
He might be out cold. Oh,
Daron Richardson with presence of mind. He knew exactly where he was.
You don't know where the cerebellum is.
incredible awareness.
Shockingly, I do.
Out of the cruiserweight champ. A sixth sense of that bottom rope.
Oh, like a shotgun blast right to the back of the head. And Daron Richardson is on Dream Street right now.
And Red is tuning up his band.
Filled with so much passion,
Oh,
so
wait a
much
minute.
intensity.
Wait a minute.
Diamond's in the ring.
Using Diamond Virago as armor.
Used her as a human shield. Oh my goodness.
A whole lot.
I don't know what that was, but he spat right in Red's face. Diamond is in the ring. She's got no business being in there, but she was pulled in by Richardson.
That spit in the face. You had mentioned something about deja vu.
Oh yeah.
Oh! Diamond Virago!
No disqualification. That low blow was perfectly legal.
And she's smiling.
Well, I gotta believe Red has a new student that he may be the most ashamed of.
And another low blow by Daron Richardson.
And I'm beginning to believe this was all by design.
I think you're right.
Red now incapacitated, center of the ring,
And
no
Diamond
disqualification.
just brought a chair into the ring, and I don't like what we are about to see.
Oh, just like that, this may
Oh,
turn.
wait a
Oh,
minute.
Diamond wants to do it. Oh!
Aaron Judge style, Juan Soto style, swinging for the fences.
You better count, Shin. Wait,
That
they're
was-
not done.
That was sickening. Absolutely.
Oh, both of them.
This is sickening. This is disgusting.
What?
Oh my word! The Phoenix doth rise again, baby! Amazing Red!
But Richardson's got the chair again. Oh,
That's it! And still. What an odyssey we just witnessed!
Your HOG Cruiserweight Champion, the new Underground King, the infamous Daron Richardson!
still cruiserweight champion and now undisputed new underground king.
Absolutely.
Infamous, amazing black Daron
I will
Richardson.
not call him that. That was absolutely disgusting.
Amazing Red asked.
Are you going to condone that?
Amazing Red was the one who asked for a no disqualification match
Against Daron Richardson.
You were the one who granted him that no disqualification match. All of this is yours and Amazing Red's fault. Daron Richardson did only what he should have done in this situation and proved himself the superior to Amazing Red.
Like any odyssey, comes with its highs, comes with its lows, and not every ending can be a happy one, especially for the founder of the House of Glory Wrestling. This tandem now, standing tall with their heads held high, love it or hate it, we don't have to call him Amazing Black, but we do have to call him the House of Glory Cruiserweight Champion.
And I'll be looking forward to Daron Richardson's classes at the HOG Wrestling Academy.
You stop.
Amazing Red gave his heart, gave his soul, trying to right the path of his student gone sour.
Amazing Red asked for a no disqualification match against Daron Richardson. He didn't ask for a handicap match, which is what he got.
And look at this power couple Oh, the power was in that chair shot to the dome of Amazing Red. This power couple here. Infamous, Amazing Black Daron Richardson, the Cruiserweight champion, and the pressure Diamond Virago.
Got a feel for Red here. As he gets a standing ovation from this crowd.
All love for the legend. All props to the Pioneer. Once in a lifetime.
Not the return that he was hoping for here at Mike Santana's Puerto Rican weekend, but he is being showered by love from the NYC faithful.
Daron's on his way out. Oh no.
Now what?
Oh no.
Now what?
Not him.
Hold on. Richardson making his way back.
Daron Richardson, now he's backing up. Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is?
I smell a rat.
Oh yeah!
Like you seen a ghost.
Oh yeah! I know who that is. And so do you, Doc.
Yeah, it's a La Rata.
You're probably happy you're this far away from the former Crown Jewel champion.
Carlos Ramirez.
Feeling pinpricks in my back.
Daron Richardson has nowhere to go. Wait a minute.
But check that out on
The
YouTube,
fans!
folks.
The fans are crowd surfing the Cruiserweight champion.
They're trying to cop a feel there.
But hold
And
on
Red
now.
is on top.
What?
The Pied Piper.
Oh
This
my
is
goodness.
insane.
What is Red have in store here?
Oh no. No. Red.
Oh,
punch.
don't do it. Don't do it.
No, he can't.
Oh my God!
Amazing Red Frog Splash.
Onto the fans. Onto Daron Richardson. I can't believe it.
Topples the tower. Collapses the complex.
Bodies everywhere.
I never seen anything like that in my life.
And it looks like Red was going to have the last laugh here.
One
Take
more
another
time.
look at this.
Amazing Red willing to sacrifice several of the HOG faithful in order to hurt Daron Richardson.
That's how much he despises that young man. And now look at this.
What's that say about the students? Willing sacrifices.
And Ramirez.
Oh, aren't these two dudes with attitudes?
I love it.
HOG. HOG.